The Vasconcelos estate gleamed like a jewel of Sao Paulo's elite. A sprawling property with manicured gardens, a circular stone driveway, and a pristine white mansion that rose like a palace. Featured in charity pamphlets and glossy magazines with phrases like pillar of the community and epitome of elegance, it drew admiring glances from passing cars. But for Isabella, the girl raised within its walls, it was never a home, just a gilded cage. Adopted at 5 after a car accident, claimed her biological mother. A talented pianist and single parent, Isabella's early life was shaped by the Vasconcelos family's calculated charity. With her father listed as unknown, her adoption through a church program became a public relations coup for the family, softening the fallout from a leaked racist remark by the patriarch, Disembargador Vasconcelos. They renamed her Isabella Vasconcelos, gave her a canopy bed, and filled her wardrobe with approved dresses, but never a true place at their table. They spoke of her with paternalistic pride, our adopted daughter, as if she were a trophy of their moral superiority, gently correcting her whenever she dared call them mother or father until she learned to stay silent. Her childhood was a paradox. Access to elite schools, but exclusion from the drama club. Your voice lacks authority. Private praise for good grades, but no public recognition. Forced to stand 2 steps behind her siblings in family photos or be cropped out entirely. Her hair was chemically straightened monthly. Her skin mocked with coffee and chocolate jokes that others found amusing. By 16, she stopped asking questions. Her siblings, Juliano and Marcella, grew into polished versions of their parents. Juliano, a cold, rising lawyer in blue and gray suits. Marcella, a pastel-clad social media darling who called Isabella the family social experiment in hushed, not-so-quiet conversations. The Vasconcelos mantra was clear. Isabella should be grateful, grateful enough to remain silent, obedient, invisible as an adult. Isabella rebelled quietly. She earned a college degree through scholarships and part-time jobs, managing the family's neglected finances behind the scenes. When a social outreach program called, she answered, founding a data platform to distribute microcredit to marginalized entrepreneurs, a success she kept discreet. There, she met Andre at a tech event in Sao Paulo. Both exhausted by forced networking, they bonded over coffee. He was a soft-spoken programmer with a visionary startup no investor believed in. She saw in him a mirror, someone overlooked yet burning with quiet ambition. Their connection deepened over emails, weekend visits, and eventually love. When Andre's startup soared to national headlines and billion-dollar valuations, they were already bound by something stronger than money. They married secretly in Florianopolis, witnessed by close friends, with no family present. Her in a simple dress, him in his usual watch. Their vows brief but true to Isabella's relationship with the Vasconcelos family grew strained as their financial troubles mounted. The disembargador's debts and Marcella's failing content agency forced her to intervene anonymously, using her NGO shell accounts to pay overdue taxes and rescue Giuliano's law firm through a discreet donation. She did it not out of love, but for closure, hoping, perhaps, that saving their structure might change the people within. But the house remained unchanged, its walls whispering insults, its civility rehearsed, her birthday forgotten, her presence still too much or never enough. The breaking point came one July morning. Returning from a shelter renovation project, she found an invitation to the Vasconcelos Foundation's charity garden party on her bed, celebrating a legacy of giving, with her name absent from the event materials despite her logistical work. At dinner, she raised the issue. The disembargador peered over his wine glass. "Why would your name be there? You're not a curator." Marcella chimed in sweetly. "It's a privilege, not a right." Isabella rose, excused herself, and spent the night awake. Andre texted, "Are you sure about this?" After a long pause, she replied, "Yes. Let them show who they really are." The party arrived the following weekend. Buffet tables, a string quartet, and a VIP guest list. The Vasconcelos rehearsed speeches. Marcella coordinated photographers, and Juliano reviewed legal clauses. Isabella was given a beige waiter's uniform, not a dress or badge, designed to blend with the tablecloths. She wore it in silence. Waiting, Andre bought a plane ticket, and the house, oblivious to the storm brewing, shone with marble, music, and champagne. The afternoon unfolded with luxury sedans and air-kissed greetings. Isabella served wine at her assigned post, ignored except for a guest muttered, "Didn't expect the help to be so exotic today." She stayed silent, a skill honed over years. As the sun dipped, casting a golden glow, a wine glass shattered near the fountain. Kneeling to clean it, she was dismissed with a laugh. "She's used to cleaning up messes." Marcella's voice rang out, "Our little sister, always so helpful," sparking cruel chuckles. Blood dripped from Isabella's palm as she stood, expressionless, and retreated to the buffet tent. The true rupture came moments later. The disembargador, emboldened by drinks and the crowd's laughter, called for attention. "Let's make a symbolic gesture," he announced, gesturing to Isabella. "A reflection on our shared history, the burdens others have carried." Before she could respond, two event assistants bound her wrists with a silk rope to a wooden column by the fountain, a decorative prop now repurposed for humiliation. The crowd murmured, phones lifted, Marcella giggled, Juliano rolled his eyes. "A reminder of how far we've come," the disembargador toasted, eliciting more laughter. Isabella stood still, back straight, feeling the rope by her skin, the metallic taste of rage in her throat. She'd given them years, paid their debts, saved their legacy, and this was her reward. Then a low hum broke the air. A black Rolls Royce glided in, silencing the crowd. Andre stepped out, tall and resolute in a navy suit, his presence commanding. He walked through the stunned guests, knelt before Isabella, and cut the rope with a blade from his pocket. Kissing her injured wrist, he rose. "This woman is my wife," he said, voice cutting through the murmurs. "Who thought tying her up like an animal was acceptable?" No one answered. The disembargador stammered, "Leave?" Andre handed him a deed. "You're not owners anymore." 3 months ago, this house faced foreclosure. Taxes, mortgages, desperate calls. She paid for it with her college savings, her emergency fund, even sold her car to save your past. When the bank issued the notice, she called me, not for help, but with a plan. She asked me to buy it anonymously so you wouldn't lose face. The deed, signed and stamped, revealed a holding company Andre had used. "You didn't create a failure," he said. "You created a woman who held this house together while you mocked her. And today, on the ground she saved, you humiliated her." The crowd dispersed, chairs folded, glasses abandoned. Andre tossed the rope into a bin with quiet finality. Isabella, free yet stronger, felt a new silence. Not the oppressive kind she'd known, but a calm after a storm. We could sell this place, Andre suggested. Paris, Seattle, a plot in mine is build something new. She smiled. I hate the cold. They sat under the pergola, the sunset warming her skin. Not a burden, but a gift. When we met, she mused, I didn't see a billionaire. I saw someone who listened, who saw me. Not an obligation, but a person. Weeks later, they emptied the house, packing the Vasconcelos crystals and trophies into storage. In the attic, Isabella found old notebooks, including a list. Things I'll do when I'm free. Learn to paint sunsets. Andre bought her paints, and her first canvas captured the garden without the column, open and peaceful. They dined at the old table with candles and laughter, a life finally their own. One night, Andre handed her a key to a Sarachail. Choices, not chains, he said. She looked at the garden, not a crime scene, but soil for a new beginning. A misaddressed wedding invitation from Marcella arrived, calling her ASA Kingsley. Isabella signed a photo of her and Andre at a global innovation conference. From a useless girl you raised. Thank you for setting me free, and mailed it back. Now, she wakes to open windows, paints sunsets, walks barefoot, and breathes without fear. Her life is quiet, not because it must be, but because the girl tied to that pole, praying to vanish, is gone. In her place is a woman with paint-stained hands, a full heart, and a future that's hers alone.